So, anyway, and the last thing I have is we received an email last week that Allsup is no longer gonna build here. I'm gonna let the mayor take over.
After we received the email, I reached out to David. The email was pretty short and blunt, saying they're not gonna build. He finally called me back today about 2 o'clock, and said that he just didn't receive my message until today on his phone. But he said it was a corporate decision. He said that Mertzon is not the only town they pulled out of. They pulled out of several properties. Mertzon is the only one where they had broke ground and decided to pull out. The corporate ran the numbers again, and they just didn't think it was feasible to do anymore. They have other properties that they bought elsewhere that they're sitting on as well, but Mertzon was the only one that they had actually broke ground on. But it
What
was,
are they gonna do with it?
he says he don't know that yet.
Did they ever officially buy it?
Yes,
So it's still theirs.
it's still theirs. But he don't know what, if they're gonna sell it, if they're gonna sit on it, he don't know what they're gonna do yet.
McCall requested that they build there. McCall request that they build there.
Well, we've had people reach out up here at the city, want to know if we could start a petition to get them to go ahead and build it.
You're right.
We
The
had
opposite
4
of the other
people
location.
come in last week and say, what's the deal with Allsup? And I said, well, they're not gonna build here anymore. And all 4 of them said, why? That's so bad for our town. Can we start a petition?
And I mentioned that to him, and I told him that Mertzon would still welcome them with open arms. If they change their mind, to go ahead and do the project. Right now, he said that it and
They
several
just
others
ran out of money, basically.
in the state is off.
Counter capitalism will make them build it.
Make them build it.
Yeah, I bet they just ran out of money.
Well, with the economy and everything, and hearing they pulled out of other places, I mean, that sounds like, yeah, maybe right now if I put them in a bind to build a bunch of stuff.
They've been putting them up everywhere.
And they may keep it and reside, but he says as of right now, it's a no-go. But that was a corporate decision.
I'm looking forward to that.
Let's put up a
A
stoplight and get a Dairy
lot of
Queen
people
here.
in town were looking for
I'm
it.
just looking forward to the produce as I have.
know.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I was in Sterling this weekend at Abigail's, and I said, hey, because they just bought a convenience store there and turned it into an Allsup. They didn't build a new one, they just bought it and they're refurbishing it. And so I said, pull in there and let me get a drink before we go to your house. So we pulled in, I walked in, first thing I see, and it just, my heart just went. The produce, lettuce, tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, I was like, ugh.
Which one did
We
they buy?
need that so bad.
I know.
When you're going through Sterling,
Yes, wait.
the one that's on the right, and then
Trace
the,
Tomatoes?
yes, the stripes is on the left.
Yeah,
It's
Trace
this
Amigos
one.
from.
They're turning it into an Allsup.
Very new stores it is.
Yeah.
And then they had this whole little section in the center that had like the packaged boiled eggs and the, you know, all the stuff you could get like for a quick decent lunch. I was heartbroken when I walked out of that store. Cause that's the first time I've been in one.
Well, I did express my thoughts to him on how it left the city of Mertzon in a bad place to where it's gonna leave a handful of people thinking that they won a battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
When it really wasn't a
First thing I
battle.
thought.
You know, we weren't in the battle, but it's gonna, for anything for the, as far as the city going down the road, it's gonna leave citizens thinking that they can push the city around.
It's really setting a bad precedent.
It is.
Did some or eight lost up on the hill?
I thought about that. I thought about
Do
telling
what?
Bill off
Some
of
are
those
eight lots on the
lots
deal.
right
Well, it ain't that, they're not caring about that. It was, he said just the bottom line, the numbers wasn't what
Yeah.
corporate wanted right now.
Yeah.
And, they pulled out of
How do
several
they
places.
know?
in the
They
state.
haven't even built it to know what the numbers would be.
I don't know if they do it by like traffic count
Look what they did
or
Thursday.
like how much traffic.
Apparently they haven't been here at these stores in the morning when.
Yeah,
You can't get in the store?
Yeah,
Working out.
exactly.
I gotta get 2.5 miles.
Was that the last of your announcements?
yes, sir.
Is okay, item C, has everybody had time to review the financial documents?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial documents.